good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. So, we finally got to listen to the equalizer, Sophie Cunningham, about the incident that happened over a week ago. Now, there has still been video images coming out of different angles. If you checked out my last video, I showed a video, a photo image of Tina Charles punching Caitlin Clark in her backside. So, but we already know that Sophie Cunningham has been the hottest topic for the last couple of days. You have people from Outkick, you have people for um, Jason Whitlock, so forth and so on, talking about her. You know how she has became so popular. Well, Sophie Cunningham has still been pretty popular, but hey, when you protect your asset, which is Caitlin Clark, hey, that's what's going to happen. It's going to skyrocket. I mean, just think about it. What if Aaliyah Boston had did it? What her image would have been like? It would have been even higher. Um, you had guys like Kevin Garnett out here talking about, that some of her teammates didn't step up for her, whatever. It went back to last year. But Sophie Cunningham is a real one. And that's why some people call her the enforcer. I call her the equalizer. That's to me, I feel like because she's not afraid to get in anything that will show that she has her teammates back. Now, we had a lot of people that have been out there calling for her, to be suspended or whatever the case would be. You already had Shania Rivers going um, I guess, Twitter or whatever the case might be, talking about, oh, well, you know, that shouldn't have been done or whatever the case might be. This, but when you protecting your teammate, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take a hard fight. You're supposed to stand up for your teammate, no matter what the case is, no matter what it does. So at the end of the day, let y'all listen to what Sophia Cutting had to say.
I'm dialed in. I need to focus on hitting my shots, making sure I'm executing the schemes right. I'm not focused on the extracurricular activities. And you know what? During that, it was just part of the game. I think the refs had a lot to do with that. It was a build up for a couple of years now of them just not protecting, the star player of the WNBA. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to protect my teammates. That's what I do. And I'm a team player, so it's all good.
Like she said, it's all about protecting the star player. The referees has shown countless times and times again that they don't want to protect. They only protect certain stars. They're not protecting Caitlin Clark. We've seen Caitlin Clark get better, bruised. The game against the Valkyries, she had bruises on her thigh and her knees. This is why we have to sit back and wonder what is really going on. Because why is the commissioner continuing to allow this kind of bully ball against one player? Because you don't see it against Asia Wilson, you don't see it against Sabrina Nestor, you don't see it against Brown Stewart, you don't see it against Onyeka Umake, you don't see it against Paige Beckers, but you see it against Caitlin Clark. And people like Jason Whitlock and Dan Dirchik or whatever his name over there, Outkick, he wants to talk about, oh, well, she deserved it because she trash talk. Trash talk never hurt nobody because I remember in the 90s, Michael Jordan used to trash talk all the time. Larry Bird used to trash talk all the time. You know, Reggie Miller used to trash talk all the time. And I had never seen nobody um just try to go out there. Yeah, the Pistons, they couldn't stand him. So I guess what? The Connecticut Sun wants to be the Detroit Pistons of the modern era in the WNBA now. So they want to enforce the Caitlin Clark rules. That's what we talking about here. But you doing it in a malicious intent because you trying to really hurt this girl, poking her in the eyes, punching her in her back. Lexi Hall had to step in. Sophie Cunningham had to step in. Where was Leah Boston? Where was Natasha Cloud? I mean, Howard. They wasn't there. They wasn't there. Say Colston coming from somewhere across the court, who knows? And then you can't risk players coming off the bench because guess what? They would have got suspended. See, if the Fever had reacted any way possible in the instant, they would have got thrown out the game easily. They would have got thrown out the game. The referees and we sit there, um, Tina Charles, Marina Mabrey, and J.C. Shellen should have been thrown out the game instantly. But guess what? J.C. Shellen went on a fast break. She got wrapped up. She tried to throw her shoulder into Sophie Cunningham, and Sophie Cunningham said, "Hey, how about touch this hardwood for a minute?" J.C. Shellen got up like she wanted to fight and got her head pinned down. The whole time, she couldn't even do nothing. She was talking to the ground. Sophie Cunningham talking sweet nothings in her ear. Let her know what's up. We ain't about to do that. Then you see um that Allen girl, whatever, Allen girl, she come running over there, trying to break it up. Dante's jumping in. Kayla Tipson jumping in. That's what I'm talking about. Stand up for your teammate. Kevin Garnett said it best. There is no way in the world that you allow your teammate to be getting knocked down on the ground and y'all just standing there looking at her. Because guess what? Y'all success is predicated on her success. If Caitlin Clark is not playing or she's injured, guess what? Leah Boston, you less than an all-star. Natasha Howard, you less than an all-star. Kelsey Mitchell, you're less than an all-star. Why you think the Fever has 5 all-stars in the top 9, top 10 right now? Showing because of what they did on their own for the last couple of years is all because of Caitlin Clark. First, the Fever sent 3. Now they're about to send 5 to the All-Star. They're going to about to have the most All-Star players in the All-Star game. You have to protect the asset that's on the court. That's Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark gives her heart and soul to y'all guys on the bench, but y'all don't give y'all heart and souls to there. And I'm excluding Dantas. I'm excluding Sophie. I'm excluding Lexi from this equation. Everybody seems like they want to have their own agenda. Yeah, Kelsey Mitchell, you run around here talking about, well, the team is soft. Okay, you calling out your teammates. Okay, maybe you do have a point. Yeah, they soft. But guess what? You got to step up too. You got to run over there to protect your C square. This is why teams do the things that they do to the Fever because they know certain players on this team is quote unquote soft. But the equalizer within Sophie Cunningham, she said, not on my watch. We ain't about to do that. Lexi Hall, nah, not on my watch. We not about to do that. See, if Caitlin had her whole Iowa squad, oh, she would have never had to worry about nothing. If she had a whole Iowa squad, she wouldn't have had to worry about that. She had Kate Martin on her team, she wouldn't have had to worry about that. She wouldn't. Don't matter who it is. Sophie Cunningham is the real one. I keep saying it. She's a real one. And she, like she said, the referees allowed this to continue when they should have put a stop to it from the beginning, but they didn't. All they wanted to do is continue, allow it to fester, to build up, and then you get this dramatic ending when it should never been there. So again, Sophie Cunningham, big props to you. Keep doing what you do, stand up for your teammate, no matter what. Because if you don't do it, who's going to do it on this team? If it ain't you, it ain't Lexi, who's going to do it on this team? This team seems like it has lost its mojo. Teams are coming after them left and right, being physical with them. They still can't do anything right. So here's the last clip of Sophie Cunningham off her TikTok. So there you have it. The Sophie Equalizer Cunningham director's cut. All her hits, and they try to say Sophie Cunningham is not like that. Well, I beg to differ. She is like that because you know why? She is her. Just like I wish they showed the one with her and Kiki interfering, where Kiki trying to stand up and smile. Sophie wasn't having that. Sophie let her know be known. I guarantee Kiki didn't do anything else. So I'm just telling you, you need players like that. And Caitlin is lucky that she has Lexi and Sophie on her team. But everybody else is questionable. Just plain simple. Everybody else is questionable. So, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell anytime I drop a hardcore video. Live West Sports Media, you know what it is. Because if you don't know, now you know.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment.